Hi, I'm Alessandra, and this is Out of Frame.
Cut.
What's the matter? Why'd we stop?
I'm not feeling the emotion.
But that's the way I always introduce the show.
And that's the problem. This is the season finale episode. We need to go bigger.
Bigger?
Bigger. Bigger emotions, bigger gestures. Bigger Alessandra. Let's slate it.
Season finale, take 2.
Hi there, I'm Alessandra.
Cut.
You didn't even let me finish. Now what?
Not big enough. It needs, choreographed dancing.
Season finale, take 3.
Hi, I'm Alessandra, and this is Out of Frame.
Cut.
Puff, I don't think this is gonna work.
You're right.
I know.
It's still not big enough.
That's not what I was talking about.
Can someone see whether our insurance covers live explosions?
Season finale, take 79. I hate my job.
Hi, I'm Alessandra, and this is Out of Frame, the show where we give you a close-up on your favorite media makers. Today, I'm delving behind the mustache of the hysterical Charlie Chaplin.
And cut.
Well,
I didn't like how you said mustache. Could you try saying it like mustache?
okay, that's it. We have the rest of the episode to get to, okay? We are moving on. Did you know that Charlie Chaplin was a notorious perfectionist? He would insist on reshooting a scene until he was sure he had the funniest possible version. In a world where movies were turned out as quickly as possible, Chaplin chose to take as much time as he needed to make his films, often to the studio's frustration. That stopped being a problem when Chaplin and some of his friends opened up their own independent studio. And the care he put into his films paid off, since Chaplin is credited as helping the film medium become an art form.
Alessandra, aren't you getting a little ahead of yourself?
You're right. Let's start at the beginning. Sir Charles Spencer Chaplin was born in London, England on April 16, 1889. His parents were both entertainers, and he credited a lot of his comedic ability to things he learned from his mother. However, his childhood was anything but easy. His father left his mother when Chaplin was only a couple years old, and he refused to offer any child support. He later became a heavy alcoholic and died when Chaplin was 12 years old, though not before giving Charlie his first big break as a clog dancer. His mother had very little means of income, which meant that Chaplin grew up very poor and was in and out of workhouses. To make matters worse, his mother developed a mental illness from syphilis and became unable to care for Chaplin and his brother. Despite his tragic upbringing, or maybe because of it, Chaplin had a gift for finding humor in hardship. His most famous character, the tramp, tends to be downtrodden by the world in grim circumstances, but he never gives up, and through him, Chaplin is able to turn plots that would otherwise be tragedies into comedies. A great example of this is his film, The Gold Rush, which is all about the Klondike Gold Rush and the tramp's attempt to find fortune and love. Now, historically, the living conditions of the prospectors who came to the Klondike were terrible, and this is no different in the film. Conditions are so bad that the tramp is freezing, exhausted, and starving. This, of course, leads to one of Chaplin's most famous gags, where he resorts to eating his own shoe. Chaplin's natural comedic timing, combined with strong character development, slower-paced comedy, and sophisticated themes, are what made his films so popular. Because his films were silent, they could easily be exported around the world, and their universal themes made them a hit. He became one of the first international celebrities, and he was recognizable all over the globe to people who had never seen any of his films. The success of his films at the box office also made Chaplin a very wealthy man. His good fortune, however, was not to last. The end of his career was marked by scandals and movies with a growing social commentary, which caused a number of his later films to flop. He was married 4 times to much younger wives. He was involved in a lengthy paternity suit, and he ran afoul of the FBI, who believed he was a communist, all of which caused his popularity, particularly in the United States, to sharply decline. Finally, he escaped the US for Switzerland, where he worked on a couple final features as well as rescoring his earlier work. Thankfully, as McCarthyism died down in the 1960s, public opinion shifted once more, and Chaplin's films were again recognized as the phenomenal works they are. Today, Charlie Chaplin remains the most recognizable silent film star. Many of his films remain classics, and his pioneering work in the early film industry allowed it to evolve and grow into what we enjoy today. And that's a wrap for this season of Out of Frame. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the show.
That's it?
For now, at least.
But I never got a chance to host.
Maybe not on your own, but you did help me out as a co-host.
You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been...
Okay. Why don't you give our viewers their last trivia question?
Really?
Sure, it's all yours.
Thanks, Alessandra. Listen up, because it's time for a buff-tastic trivia question. In 1992, a Hollywood movie was released about Charlie Chaplin's life. Which actress who was related to Chaplin portrayed a different member of his family? Leave your answer in the comments below.
And from all of us here at Out of Frame, here's looking at you, kid. What's celery? Bye, guys.